Good day everyone, my name is Mark Conrad E. Reyes from BPED 4B and this is my assignment 4 in Gen Ed 3 Contemporary World. So we have here 4 questions. For number 1, do you agree or disagree with the claims of the author? Explain your answer. So definitely, I agree to the claims of the author since the informations are valid. The content of the article gathered and conceptualized using authentic data from the speakers and the main persons of the event. In addition to that, it has been taken and written aligned with the exact date of the event. So for our number 2, identify the advantages and disadvantages of Duterte's independent foreign policy. So now I am going to state the advantages of independent foreign policy in Duterte's administration. So first, it improves the life of overseas Filipino workers, their rights and welfare, and especially ensuring the convenience of Filipino abroad, including their facilitation, consular documents, reputation, immigration assistance, and legal advices. So in addition to that, is on economic context, where Philippines acknowledging the potential growth and value of maximizing bilateral and multilateral partnerships of countries among different countries in the world. Furthermore, it helps to solve the international problems faced by our country by making agreements, meetings, and talking to the leaders of other countries to keep the problems away from developing our country. So on the other hand, I am about to state the disadvantages of independent foreign policy. To begin with, our country will always be dependent on other countries, and claiming that in terms of international problems and dilemma, our country is vulnerable and being compared to a charity case that always seek for help of others. In some instance, most of the government policies, rules, and guidelines that are related to international decisions are made by other leaders, even if it is against to the traditions and beliefs of Filipino countrymen, which means that we don't have the authority to make our own laws without harming others' culture. And lastly, there are values and attitudes of Filipinos that are introduced to other countries that is not good or accepted to other countries. So it might have consequences for both national power and foreign policy. So for number 3, what are the risks possessed by the independent foreign policy in the Philippines' growth and development? One of the risks in independent foreign policy is we have the threat of other countries in terms of war, food security, transportation of goods, etc. Furthermore, troops from different countries have the authority to stationed here in our country for rotational basis without the legal process of transport. Means that we are letting them in even without giving permissions. Last, and number 4, should PBBM's administration employ independent foreign policy? Explain your answer. So my answer is yes. President Bongbong Marcos should employ the independent foreign policy here in the Philippines because as far as I know, our country do not have professional foreign policy, and the entire decisions, the decision processes was poorly institutionalized. The decisions lost its legitimacy and becomes more difficult to disseminate after President Bongbong Marcos assumed all power to himself. Yet, his exercise of unlimited power becomes irregular. So once again, I am Mark Conrad E. Reyes and this is my assignment 4 in Gen Ed 3 Contemporary World.